Hey, we want to welcome you guys to the Hot Rod Garage. We have a little bit of stuff on Brandon's truck today. We are doing all 85,000 years worth of assembly in a 1 or 2 week period of time. Like we said on Ben's truck, so many times it's the little pieces that they just drag out forever. That's the way it goes. And I don't know if you guys can tell or not. Got bumper, grill, headlights. You're going to see all that stuff. But all kinds of stuff going on here, and we really appreciate you guys coming by and checking out the silly things that we do.
And today we're doing more manipulation. Brandon's wheelhouses had come in. They were new, restamped. Anyway, they don't fit, kind of like we had anticipated. They're a little bit worse off than we had hoped. I think they're kind of a workable item. We'll show you what's going on here. So here's the front fender. And see this right here, these are all where the bolts go to bolt the front fender on. But if you look, you see that difference there? So if you were to go vertical with it, it's about a half an inch. And over here, it's obviously considerably worse. But when I got in this morning, it dawned on me, like, you know what? Let's check the new houses versus the old houses. So what I found out is this measurement right here is about a 1/4 inch narrower than what the factory one would have been. When you get from here to about here, they're about the same. So what I'm wondering is, it's kind of tapering in, right? And if you also notice that this is not an exact 90-degree. So what I was going to try to do this morning is I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to go down with it. I'm going to bend it down. Now granted, this girdle is in here, so I'm hoping that I can still flex the panel having that welded in, because these panels, the wheelhouses have been painted and everything else, so I don't really want to disturb or damage the paint at all, because that would involve taking it back off. And so what I'm going to do is go down with this side and try to open this angle up a little bit like this. And I'm hoping that I can get my 1/2 inch there. Now granted, it's all fudgeable, right? I mean, if you need to pry a little bit, then that's fine. That's pretty normal, actually. But a 1/2 inch is a little much. And if you ever wanted to adjust the fenders for width for the doors and stuff like that, it'd already be really tight for that. So I went ahead, and these guys are tight. We're inside the fender now. These guys are tight. What I did is I took the grill, or the front header, that's all tight to the core support. That way I don't have nothing wiggling around or anything like that, and I can kind of, now the house is solidified, so I can kind of start opening up that angle a bit. And I don't know, it might work, it might not, but it's worth a try. Because to try to fix the other original wheelhouses would take some work. Not to say you couldn't do it. But you know, we already got these panels, so why not try to make them work? Okay, offsies with the fender. Okay, so measurement wise, the front's pretty close. We're tight here, we're tight there. I need about a 1/2 inch. So let's just we're gonna take a quick measurement here. And so say right now, without bending it, it's 8 3/4 ish. All right, let's see what we got here. So we were at 8 3/4, right? Hey, would you look at that? That right there is a workable item. I'm going to get some screws in there, or some bolts rather. Then once it's tight, well, we'll rework it a little bit more. And two, who's to say that the front fenders are straight either, you know? Well, it fits. It's not perfect, but it fits. So there's the 1, 2, 3, 4. I just got the back one in there now, but see the center of it looks pretty good. Our door jamb. You can't always go by the door jamb because sometimes either the door might be messed up or the fender might be messed up, but it's pretty good this way. It's pretty good this way. If you come all the way back here, the belt line's pretty good. Now again, I still have to fix that, but now we know the fender fits. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this fender back off, and then I'm gonna start working on that wheelhouse over there. Once the wheelhouses fit right like they should, then we'll go ahead and repair both fenders at the same time, and it'll be super cool. Anyway, after that, the front clip will be all done. Having said that, let's go ahead and get this fender off and make that one fit. Okay. Alright, so that side the fender fits good and all that. So now it's time to work over here. Easy killer. I don't think we need to go much more than that. I was surprised it did what it did so well. So now what I need to do is shim some stuff, and then we'll start working on this guy here, and it's gonna be super cool. Okay, well, let's see what we got. Well, it's on there. Still needs some fudging, but wonder. Well, I can't fudge it with that. Come on, man. Yeah. Anyway, what I want to do is get all these guys started and probably actually tighten down, and then really start flexing it. That way it's where it wants to be. It's everywhere it wants to be. Okay guys, time to put a grill in. That looks like a whole different truck. Looks like we have some busted adjusters. No biggie. First off, I want to run the wires for the lights, and then get hot and heavy on doing some other stuff. So hang on. Alright guys, don't laugh at the tape. Just want to make sure they work.
Hey, hey, hey. Thomas, how you doing?
Good. Except I think we have a dead battery here.
Hey, I got here from work. Tommy's working around on the truck, as you guys know, but I'm here to shed a little light on the subject. Wah, wah. Didn't work. Nothing. We are checking the headlights right now, and we got nothings. They're plugged in. We haven't plugged into the switch.
Yeah, unless there's a fuse for it, there shouldn't be.
Try the dimmer switch. Is it hooked up? Where's our test light?
I got it. It's something here.
Okay. Yes.
I don't think the truck's got any power. That
Well, I have power here. All I was doing is testing the battery to begin with.
I have no signals or anything.
The wires we have coming out of the dash here, I mean, we don't have the rest of the wiring harness. Where's the rest of the wiring harness?
That's for the headlights.
That's all it is?
You wired this thing?
All right, hit your headlights. Both of them. I told you I'd shed some light on the subject. It looks to me like we got a high beam on this side, low beam, but maybe it's just the angle I'm looking at. Now we got nothing on this side, yes on this side. Wait, I got a light again. I got both. Got both, do it again. Do it again.
That looks like low beam.
All right, that works well. It's amazing when you hook up the battery what happens. All right, you got the overflow.
Is that what's in that box?
Yeah, he was going to get a different bottle and whatnot. Sure, that sounds cool, but he didn't get a hold of me about it, so I bought this one. So on one of our videos, you saw that we had a overflow line that was just puking steam out, and this is going to be the cure for that. This is our overflow tank. We're going to make a U-turn. We're going to bring it over here on this side because this side is a little plugged up with batteries. So we want to capture all the water that we can so that it sucks it back in when it cools down. So, nice little decent reservoir. Can't remember which one's which, but I'll look it up. Anyway, it'll look nice. Maybe we just put it on with
So there is pretty much the finished product. Yeah, looks pretty cool. It's slow like it needs to be. Alright guys, let's hang your front bumper now. Here in a second I'll show you what the back bumper came out looking like. Pretty good, pretty good. So let's go and get another bolt in here. It flattened it out quite a bit. Let's go ahead and cinch down this side and see what it looks like then. I'm going to measure from the top of the bumper to the belt line here, boop boop, and then the run out from the door forward, and then we'll see how much we need to fudge. So hang on. Sorry guys, I got impatient. Anyway, there's that, and let's go ahead and polish up our other bezel. That's a different screw. Alright, let's go see what the back bumper looks like. I mean, it's kind of dirty, but it came out pretty good. Alright, it seems pretty good there. Seems pretty good right there. So Brandon bought new lenses. We'll go ahead and do the lenses. It's pretty cool. Got all the parts up off the floor now. Got bumpers and stuff.
Hey, I want to show you guys real quick. These are the bolts we just took off from the hood. We're getting ready to prep the hood so we can paint it. And not only are they totally mismatched, they're the wrong size. So they were putting nuts on and washers on and all kinds of different stuff to shim it out enough so that it didn't dimple the hood from the back side. So junk, absolute junk. Everything on this truck was shimmed or pushed or nudged or stripped when we got this thing. We're gonna get the right hood hinge bolts. They'll look nice, they'll do what they're supposed to do. We're gonna get rid of this junk. All right, so when Brandon brought this truck to us, it looked pretty good from the outside, but as we get into it deeper and deeper, just everything has been jury-rigged on this thing. It's just junk. I mean, it's a good basic body, but I mean, if you look here, this had all been just rattle can painted, and like, everything is just flaking off now. And you get over here, they sprayed right over the top of grease and grime and gopher guts, and look, at stuff is just flaking off. They had literally just painted over the top of nasty old stuff. So anyway, we're gonna get it stripped down. We're gonna get it painted up right. You guys know that I hate paint work, but we do want to do the engine compartment for them. So just more time and money, Brando. Just more time and money. Not too bad. But like usual, we forgot to film some things, but that's all right. We got the hood all painted, and we're getting ready to try and put it on the truck all by ourselves. Well, 2 people. It's much easier with a 3-person job. We just had a buddy of mine, Trey Boyster, here, who was going to help us, and he had some date with some girl, and he went taking off out of here like a little chicken. Anyway, we're going to try and do this ourselves. So when this thing comes crashing down, you guys will get to see it live.
Front row.
Yeah, front and center. That's what you'll be, not live. All right, well, what you have one bad knee. Which one's your bad shoulder? So which one do you want? Okay. Tommy's falling apart. Okay, you want push? Yeah. Dang it, it worked. I will tell you one trick for those of you who never put a hood on before. Only one at a time tries to do the bolts. Because if you're both trying to do it, it's like you're just fighting each other. So one guy holds, the other guy moves around, puts a bolt in. We can keep going. Is that enough? Put it all the way out.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but we ran a tap into these bolts for 2 reasons. If it gets funky, you'll snap those weld nuts. Or secondly, if you're hanging on, you gotta.
And although I never want to correct Tommy, we didn't run a tap on those bolts. We ran a tap on the nut side so that the bolt would go in. And like every Chevy truck in the world, they don't go down in the back. And on our mounts, we need to drop it down in the back, right? Try just pulling down on it right now. See if it'll do something on that. Check our line back here. Maybe when we pivoted that hinges down, we need to be back up with it. Let's pull our hood back up. Out, you know. That is perfect. We will take that. All right, well, you might as well take a look at it. We don't have the latch on yet, so it doesn't quite go down, but perfect. That's gonna be the yeah.
Pretty cool.
All right, as you guys can tell, we actually got a lot of stuff done. Tommy more than anything, but I actually got in there and did a little bit of work myself. So we appreciate you guys coming by, and we need to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share the link. We'd really appreciate it. And you know, there are lots of things going on with this truck. We're trying to finish it up here pretty quick so we can move on to the next project. And as always, thanks for watching.